That night, Alex didn't rage, didn't rant. Instead, they descended into the basement, past holiday decorations and forgotten gym equipment, to a dusty cedar box labeled Silas, do not discard. Inside, brittle papers, ink faded but legible. A 1923 land deed, a hand-drawn plat map, a clause in elegant cursive. The lane herein described, from oak marker to iron post, shall remain under perpetual stewardship of the Whitmore line. Alex's great-grandfather hadn't just built a house. He'd kept the road. Alex sat on the cold concrete floor, heart pounding, not with anger, but with a steady spark of hope rising through confusion. With possibility, Alex's doubts faded, replaced by a new determination. A year later, the city made an offer, $220,000 for the road. Alex declined. They're thinking of installing vintage lanterns, maybe a little library box, perhaps cobblestone accents, for character, not control. Brenda moved to a high-rise downtown, sends a holiday card each December. Alex doesn't reply, but they do read them. And every evening, Alex parks in front of their house. No sleeps, no finis, no fear, just home. The road remembers its roots, and so does Alex. The real twist came quietly. Alex's attorney filed a notice of non-conforming road status with the county, citing outdated width, drainage, and access codes, all unmet by Sycamore Lane's charming, tree-canopied curve. Translation: no new construction, no expansions, no secondary units, no value spikes. The street, once seen as quaint, was now legally frozen. Panic rippled through the neighborhood. Realtors called. Appraisers frowned. Brenda showed up at Alex's door, eyes wide. "You're punishing everyone because of a parking spot?" Alex handed her a glass of lemonade. "No," they said gently. "I'm reminding everyone that fairness goes both ways." Alex Reed pulled into the familiar curve of Sycamore Lane after a 12-hour shift at the architecture firm, weary but comforted by the sight of home. 4723, with its peeling blue shutters and the stubborn rose bush that refused to die. But taped to the windshield, a bright yellow slip. HOA violation number 782. Unauthorized parking in reserved zone, $150. Repeat offenders subject to tow. Alex blinked. Parked squarely in front of their own porch. No driveway blockage. No fire lane. Just home. At the next HOA meeting, Alex raised a calm hand. "I just parked in front of my house." Brenda Carmichael, HOA president and curator of perfectly trimmed hedges, smiled thinly. "We voted for harmony, for aesthetics, for property values." Alex left the meeting silent. Frustration and powerlessness simmered beneath their calm. But something inside them shifted. Resignation gave way to resolve. The emergency HOA meeting was standing room only. Neighbors shouted, pleaded, demanded Alex do the right thing. Alex didn't attend. Instead, they sat on their porch, sipping tea, watching the sunset paint the lane a golden hue. That night, Brenda resigned. The board dissolved. The reserved parking signs vanished. In their place, a single, hand-painted wooden sign near Alex's mailbox. "Welcome to Sycamore Lane. Park kindly. Live gently. Respect the roots." Life on Sycamore Lane didn't collapse. It softened. Neighbors began chatting over fences. Kids rode bikes without fear of aesthetic violations. The landscaper parked where he was told, cheerfully. Alex created a simple online form. Resident parking registration, free forever. Over 90% signed within a week. Some brought pies. Others, seedlings for Alex's garden. One elderly neighbor, Mr. Finch, brought a photo of Silas standing on the very lane in 1925, hat-tipped, smiling. "He'd be proud of you," Mr. Finch said. Alex framed the photo, hung it beside the deed. Alex didn't confront, didn't complain. They hired a surveyor, a land use attorney, a historian who specialized in pre-war property law. Documents were authenticated. Boundaries were remarked. Letters were drafted, polite, precise, unassailable. When the certified notices arrived in neighbors' mailboxes, confusion bloomed like spring azaleas. Sycamore Lane is privately held. Use permitted by the grace of ownership. Unauthorized signage or regulation void. Brenda's phone rang off the hook. Alex? They watered the rose bush, smiled at passersby, and waited.